I'm Yuto, and today on Dashi I'm going to show you how to make classic shoyu ramen from scratch with a delicious homemade soy sauce flavoured broth. Let's get straight to it. The first step is to make the dashi, so take a pot and add 10 grams of dried sardines with the heads removed and 10 grams of kombu. Pour in 1 litre of water and let it soak for 30 minutes. If you want to save time, you can skip this step and use a dashi pack. After 30 minutes, the kombu will be rehydrated like this. Place the pot on the stove and heat over medium setting. Once it starts to gently bubble, use a mesh spoon to scoop out the dashi ingredients and add 20 grams of sliced ginger, 2 garlic cloves, 15 grams of bonito flakes, 3 chicken wings, and 50 grams of green part of a Japanese leek, also known as naganegi. If it's more convenient for you, you can use drumsticks instead of chicken wings, and regular leeks can be used in place of naganegi if needed. Push everything down so it's submerged in the broth. If you have one, I recommend using a droplet to weigh the ingredients down and prevent too much liquid from evaporating. Lower the heat to a simmer and set a timer for 30 minutes. While we wait, we can work on the tare, which is like a sauce that will flavour the broth. Take a frying pan and add half a tablespoon of lard. Heat on medium-low, and once it's melted, add 50 grams of chicken skin. We're going to render the chicken skin over low heat to extract the fat and flavour. This typically takes about 10 minutes. This step will also leave you with a crispy golden piece of chicken skin, which you can either eat as a snack or cut up and use as a ramen topping at the end. Once it looks like this, remove the skin from the pan and add 100 ml of water, 50 ml soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sake and mirin, half a teaspoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. Simmer that for 15 minutes until it's reduced by about half. Once it looks like this, you can remove it from the heat. Our broth is now ready, so take a heat-proof bowl and place a mesh sieve over the top. I like to use kitchen paper to make the broth extra clear. Pour it through. And swirl it around like this. I like to repurpose the leftover chicken wings by simply roasting them in the oven with some seasoning so they don't go to waste. So here is our strained broth. I recommend pouring it back into the pan and reheating it right before serving so it's nice and hot. The final step is to boil your noodles and prepare your toppings. Make sure you boil your noodles in plenty of water to prevent them from becoming too starchy or sticking together. For the toppings today, I've prepared soft-boiled ramen eggs, which I have a recipe for if you're interested. I have narutomaki fish cakes, pickled bamboo shoots called menma, and pork chashu. If you want to make your own chashu, I have a recipe for that too. Finally, it's time to assemble the dish. I've poured my tare into a measuring jug so that I can divide it evenly between each portion. Next, add 300 ml of hot broth to each bowl. You might have some leftover broth. You can keep that in the fridge for about 5 days and use it in another recipe. Next, add your noodles. Finally, add some toppings. First is the chashu, then narutomaki. Next we have ramen eggs, and pickled bamboo shoots. I'm also adding 2 sheets of nori and a sprinkle of chopped green onion for a bit of freshness. And there you have it, delicious homemade shoyu ramen with homemade broth. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about this recipe and homemade toppings, check out the recipes on my blog. All of the links are in the description. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks again.